Welcome back to SnowRunner. Today we have a plan, and that plan is to rescue the Chevrolet Kodiak C70 that the Watchtower that we unlocked in the last episode showed us. So we're still at the Watchtower, the Fleetstar is still there, and we're going to hopefully go and use that to rescue the Chevrolet. This will be our first rescue, I believe. I don't think we've done one yet, so I'm not too sure what to expect. Looking at what it shows on the map, the Chevrolet's pretty damaged. My hope is we can tow it out of the water and then recover it, because that to me would make the most sense. If we can't recover it because it's too damaged, I'm not sure how that all works, but if it is too damaged so we can't recover it, then we'll have to maybe send the Jeep in with some with some parts, because I know you can attach a top part to the Jeep. We have the I don't remember what it's called. But to the actual off-road car we could attach some bits to that, and hopefully that would fix it if we need to. My hope is we can just recover it once we put it out of the water, though. That's my hope anyway. So we're going to head there first. Obviously, going down this steep hill. If you didn't watch the last episode, especially the end of it where we got to the Watchtower and how we made the mistake of getting there, go back. It's pretty funny that we made the mistake we did, but we were quite good at getting down the hill, let's put it that way. We've got a couple of bumps onto the Fleetstar. You can see there's a bit of damage on the bottom left hand under the screen, but we're okay, we're in good shape. So we're going to keep heading this way. The track's not too bad, this part of the map, and we haven't really been this kind of way that much so far. We know this is where we pick up the logs that we're going to need going forward, so there'll be some missions on that coming up in the future. We've been discussing outside of the episodes, or in the comment section, about wanting to clear the whole of Michigan before moving on, and that is still my plan, but we'll see how we go. We have got all the DLCs purchased now, season 1 to 11 I think it is. They were recently on offer at the time of doing this, so we're going to be doing those when we get to them. I'm not going to skip ahead and try and go too far ahead of ourselves. We want to do what we can when we can, if that makes sense. So I want to complete Michigan in full before we leave, but if things get too tricky, then we may not have no choice, but I want to hopefully stick to that. And then I'm kind of got to make a decision on how many vehicles we take to the next map, because I know you can take whatever's in your storage, but I kind of want to use the trucks we find on each map for that map, if that makes sense. We may take just one with us until we find others. I'm not too sure. We're going to figure that out when we get to it. Let me know in the comments what you think of that idea, though. For the time being, we're taking this slow. It's quite muddy here, and that's something we're going to be aware of when we come back to collect logs. That log area is very muddy, and the path coming out of it to where we need to get to for this truck is not the best. It's a little bit boggy in places, but we're slowly getting there. The Fleetstar is pretty good, to be fair. All-wheel drive and diff lock on. The Fleetstar does slowly get where you want it to get to. So I'm not overly worried about getting stuck. I think we're all good. It's just a case of slowly making a way forward and just keep moving forward. I think the one thing I've learned quite quickly is it's better to keep moving than it is to stop and start. Especially when you've got boggy terrain and mud around you. So we can just make out the Chevrolet just up there. It is in the water, it is submerged, so we need to find the nearest point we can get to it that isn't going to put ourselves in danger. There does seem to be a little jut of land there, just to our right hand side. So I'm thinking we reverse onto that as close as we can to it. I think that makes the most sense. Am I stuck? Have I beached myself? Yeah, I think we have a little bit. Okay, let's try and winch ourselves forward a little bit here. We kind of beached ourselves a little bit. Let's try that over there. Try and swing it round. No, that tree's not staying upright either. Trees aren't very strong. You'd think they would be. Even that one picking the wrong trees. Okay. I don't want to just spin the tyres, because we will end up going even further into the mud here. That's something else I've learned through trial and error so far. Can we? Yeah, okay, we've got it moving now. I don't know if we beached ourselves or we just got a little bit stuck. We're okay though. We're in good shape. So now we can get this. We need to line this up and reverse back. Now I know we've been talking about putting a flatbed on the Fleetstar for a little while now. We just haven't been back to the garage to do so. So at the minute, it is in my head. We're still going to do that for the time being. Whilst we're out and about, there's no reason to recover this and get it back to the garage. So as it stands, we'll just soldier on for the time being. Okay, I don't think we're close enough to winch it as of now, are we? No. I couldn't. We've kind of got ourselves stuck again. There is a little something there we can pull ourselves towards. It's not the vehicle itself. So this is my concern, is pulling this out. If we get stuck while trying to pull it out, we could be in for a little bit of trouble. So that is a truck officially discovered. We had found it via the Watchtower, but now it's officially discovered. Okay, let's get ready to set the winch. We can okay, I didn't know that. We could change to it. Saw the option. And we can recover it. Okay. So, I will say that rescue wasn't what I expected. I thought I had to actually pull it out of the water. But no. And I'm assuming because we've brought it straight back to the garage, it's 100% fixed. Would be my assumption. I think by the looks of it, it is. It looks in pretty good condition. Could do with a clean, but other than that. Okay, engine standard. There is a better engine somewhere around the map in Michigan. Gearbox. There's a couple of upgrades there. Suspension. Tyres. It's got just normal tyres on. So at the minute, it's obviously only for the road. Well, the tyres are only designed for the road as it stands. Winch has got the standard diff lock. Okay, so I don't know if that means we've got the diff lock on it or not. We can add a spare wheel. We can add a snorkel. It's got. Is that all-wheel drive? I think we can add it to. It's got. I'm kind of confused sometimes. It says capable, so I think we can add all-wheel drive, and it's got lots of things we can put on the back of this as well. I don't know if it's any good, this truck. I don't know if it's better than the Fleetstar. My assumption would be without the all-wheel drive already on there, because it says capable. So I don't think it's already on there. I think we're going to have to unlock it to then put it on. Without it, I can't see this being better than the Fleetstar. But if we were to buy this truck ourselves, how much would it cost? That wasn't that quick. That was quite quick to find. $33,000. I don't know if that's good or bad, to be fair. But that's how much it would cost if we were to buy this. Now, what else are we going to do today? So, we've rescued the truck a lot quicker than I expected, but it's done. There is a roadblock we saw previously, and some of our trucks can only be used, mainly the GMC, on roads. So, to use the GMC a bit more, we need to make sure the roads are free and clear and we can travel them. Well, this roadblock is blocking that for the time being. So, if we could get this roadblock done today, that would open up this road a little bit more as well. To do this, we need service spare parts. Now, by the looks of it, we get those in the warehouse, which I wasn't expecting, but that's okay. We can get them from the warehouse. That's okay. Nice and simple. We know where that is. We have a trailer nearby. Remember, the Fleetstar sat out in the field, so we haven't got a flatbed on it as of yet. But the Fleetstar's the nearest vehicle. So I wonder if we could bring that across kind of the way we've just came, and then head across to the trailer and take the trailer to the warehouse. I would guess the service spare parts won't weigh very much. So the issues we've had with a trailer on the Fleetstar previously may not come up because service parts shouldn't weigh that much. That's my fingers crossed moment. I'm hoping they don't. But I think that's a good plan, and then we can get this roadblock done and dusted for today. And that's two things done in one episode, which is always a plus point. So that's kind of the route we need to take. We need to get ourselves back to the log station, back across from the log station to the main road without going the way the main road wants us to because of the roadblock. And then from there, collect the trailer. So we're going to get ourselves out of this damp and muddy situation we're currently in with the Fleetstar. Will it just go straight up? That's a no. It was never going to be straight simple, was it? Okay, we are going to have to winch ourselves a little bit here, I think. Is that the only thing we can winch to? There's a tree there. Let's put us a little bit, just so we can get going. Once you get going, it's generally not too bad. It's a standing start. It can be tricky. Are we okay? Quick winch without meaning to there. It didn't really help us. What else have we got? Can that pull us forward a little bit more? Don't tip us over, just pull us. Okay. I think we're okay. Can we keep moving forward? Not really. I don't want this to roll. If this rolls, then we're going to have to recover it, and it's a long distance back for the time being, so I don't want to roll. Let's keep slowly moving forward. Use any winch point we can just to keep us going, keep us moving forward. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're gravy. Okay, so we've got to make a way back to the log station, as I say, and then from there we're going to head back to the main road here. And from here, we need to find a way across. So I think we have to go down there to then come across via there. And then we go up here. There's a big hill there, and then we collect the trailer that we left there previously because the load fell over. Yeah, that wasn't fun. So as we make our way back to the trailer, I'm going to leave you for the time being. You can listen to some little bit of music, and we'll see you once we get to the trailer. And we are just about there. So, just around this corner, I think should be the trailer. Yeah, looking at the map, there it is. There we go. So, let's go and pick this up. I'm pretty sure this is still on its side from previous. Yes, it is. Look at that. So, we're going to need to winch this over back onto its wheels. And then we'll bring it down this hill. And then we've got a really awkward turnaround to try and attach, I believe, by the looks of things. Well, I'm not close enough just yet. It's no good trying to attach it from this far. Let's get a bit closer. There we go. Is that enough? I'll turn it over for the time being. There we go. So we should be able to turn this over. Yep, that's done the job. So I now want to attach the winch to the front of it, the actual connection point. And then we can reverse down with it, I think. That sounds like a plan. So let's see if this works. It's either going to go well or not. I'm not too sure which way. Yeah, come on, a bit more. It's kind of working. Taking it a little bit slow, so a little bit unsure of how this was going to go. I didn't want to tip it over again, essentially. But if you don't remember, it was a previous episode where we were trying to carry... I don't know what we were carrying, bricks, I think. And I came up here for some reason. And, yeah, managed to tip the trailer over with the bricks in, and we lost it by then. It was pointless. So, I know people have encouraged us to sell the trailers that we've found so far. And we have found quite a few. We've kind of left them in different areas. They are useful to have around, though. I think by the end of it we'll probably end up getting rid of this one. There is several of these ones around. But yeah, we left it in quite a handy place. Albeit not on purpose, let's put it that way. It wasn't as if we made it roll over on purpose. Oh, we used that down the line. No. It's more the fact I couldn't bother taking it back by the end of it. So, there we go. Trailer is there though. Let's see if we can get this attached. Got to try and get this awkward turn done to try and attach it though. Probably should have winched it further towards us, but I was hoping I could actually get this done in some sort of 20-point turn. May be able to here though. Just need the angle to be correct. I think we've got it. I think we're okay. Might be a bit too close now. Will it let us do it? It does. There we go. It is connected. Okay, we can now move forward and carry on down this track. We're not that far away now. The hardest part I think we're going to have coming back this way is the hill. This is why I'm hoping the service spare parts don't weigh as much as bricks do. Because, I don't know for sure, let me know in the comments if you know either way, but I've got a feeling weight plays a part. Based on the realistic actions of the mud and surfaces, I would guess weight does play a part. It makes sense to. So I would assume it does, which would also explain why we struggled in the Fleetstar trailer with bricks. We'll see if we struggle in with the service spare parts. I know we're going to put a flatbed on this once we get it back to the garage, but at the minute there's no need to go back to the garage yet. So I want to try and persevere as we are. But I think we might be okay. Rather than I think if we was trying to tow the bricks up there, I think we'd struggle. Let's put it that way. But we'll find out shortly whether the spare parts will be just as heavy or work better. I'm not sure. But the warehouse is coming up. Don't need that on the map anymore. That's where we were, wasn't it? Yeah, so we need to head down this road. I do like marking up our routes now. It's something we started doing a bit more because it just guarantees you going the right way. There's nothing worse than getting someone and go, oh, I've gone the wrong way. Can't turn round. I don't know what to do next. I'd rather know I'm going the right way. It's like an onboard GPS in a way, isn't it, I suppose? Okay. Inching forward ever so slightly. The mud here isn't brilliant. Until we can go onto a proper surface, I think we're going to be a little bit slow moving forward. We're getting there. Yeah, look at the difference. Once we're on the grass here and outside of the mud area, we're okay. Trailer's jumping around a little bit, but I think it should be okay. This Fleetstar is so far my favourite truck to drive, just because of how good it is. You know, we've asked lots of questions of it, and so far, the majority of the time it's done well. There are times with trailers on it's not fantastic, but we think we can solve that with a flatbed, so I'm not overly worried about that side of it. But it's, yeah, definitely the better one. The GMC is good as long as you don't have any other surface other than tarmac. The new Chevrolet, we're going to have to test that out at some point, aren't we? Just see what it's like. It could be completely rubbish and we just sell it, but I'd like to give it a go. I'm just not sure what and when, but we'll figure that out as we go. So let's try and turn around here before we put the actual cargo on. It's easier to turn around in case I make a mistake and flip the trailer. It's easier to do it without any cargo on board, would be my thinking. This turn's going to be awkward, mainly because reversing trailers is not my forte. But we're okay. Avoid the boxes, hit the boxes. We hit one, but okay. Okay, we need service spare parts times 2. Get those on board. Handbrake on. Let's get these loaded. Why not? Okay, it's coming up now. It wasn't coming up for some reason. Loading cargo. Okay, service spare parts. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look at our route before we leave. So we're going to head back out of the warehouse, back to the hill, and then we're going to come across this hill, down to there, and then round here, and then we should be there. This should be fairly straightforward if we go up the hill okay. If we struggle over the hill, this could be an issue, and then we might have to find a different way to go. I'm hoping the hill will be fine. One way to find out. Okay, let's get cracking. So, fairly straightforward, hopefully, fingers crossed. This should be a fairly simple journey. I'm worried now about that hill. I just don't really know how we're going to cope. It feels different to driving with bricks on a trailer though. Like, it feels easier. So this weight issue that I think is an issue may be real. I'm still unsure if it is or not. So I think it is though. Right, we're straight into the mud though as we turn the corner. I should have stayed more on the grass maybe. Let's see if we can get a bit more to the right, be on a proper surface. We're still moving though, which is the important thing. It's always better to keep moving forward than stopping fully. So as long as there's some movement, we're good. When you stop fully, we've got a problem. Something else we need to start thinking about is fuel. We're actually under halfway. I didn't actually realise that. So we will have to either find a fuel station or recover this or send some fuel out to it at some point. We'll see what we're going to do after this job, I think. If we get this job done. And then make that decision. It may be the right time to recover it and get it changed on the back. We shall see. Right, this is our marker point. So we're turning left just here. Again, very slow progress, but we're moving. And that's the important thing. Always constantly moving. So we need to make a left turn here. This will be muddy to start with, so this could be a bit tricky. So diff lock on. And we're just going to keep a steady speed. All the tyres spinning at the same speed because of the diff lock, which does help. It does slow you down massively, but it really helps with traction. And on a hill, you should be using diff lock anyway, I think. I think that's how it works. I'm not a professional driver, but I've got a feeling you're meant to use diff lock on hills because it helps with the constant speed and all the tyres being the exact same. I think that's what's meant to help you go up steep hills. I could be talking absolute rubbish, to be fair. I don't really know. I'm guessing. I'm not guessing, but it's an educated guess. Let's put it that way. But we're just going to keep inching this forward. And once we get up this hill, we should be okay. Is it 1 or 2 hills? I think it's 2 hills here. I don't know if one's worse than the other. I know we've just come down this, but I can't remember. Even though it was a minute ago. But we're still getting up, making progress. We have got the trees either side to winch to if we need to. And I don't really want to. Although I've just done a quick winch without realising. I don't really want to be using the trees that much if we can just drive up it. But if it does make a difference, then we might have to. But so far, I need to find some wood to touch. But so far, we're doing okay. Okay, so I think that's the first bit of hill done, and this is now the second, if I remember correctly. It does kind of stop at one point, a little bit of a flat, and then up, and this is the next point. And so far, we're okay. Just got to keep moving forward. This is why I love the Fleetstar though. It does, other than normal and trailers with bricks on board. That's just a separate issue. But other than that, this Fleetstar just keeps going. And I know there's probably better trucks out there in the game, and we'll find those eventually when we get to their maps. I'm sure of it. And I've been told, you know, Russia's got a really good truck and places like that. But for a starting truck, this Fleetstar is really good. I really enjoy using it. It just does everything you ask it to do. which means I'm looking forward to finding other great trucks along the way. And this is why I don't really want to take the trucks of Michigan to another map. I'm thinking we may take just a scout vehicle when we go to a new map, find the trucks there and use them trucks, and only use the trucks we find in that region. Now that could be a completely balmy idea, may make life more difficult for us, but that's not always a bad thing. But we'll see how we go. That's kind of in my head though. And I would miss the Fleetstar, admittedly. I think the way it's done really well for us. And I don't want to use the same truck over and over again. Currently, though, the GMC is rubbish. So, Fleetstar is the one to go to. But, yeah, I don't want to just... Because we could fall in love with a truck like the Fleetstar, go to the next map, which I think is Alaska, and use the Fleetstar, and then think, oh, well, there's no point getting anything else, this is fine. I don't want to buy any vehicles either. For as long as possible, I want to avoid buying vehicles. I don't mind buying attachments, tyres, trailers if need be, but avoid buying vehicles. I don't know. I'm weird like that. I don't like spending money if I don't have to. Okay, we're still going. We've got up and down the other side of the hill now. So going really well. We're right near the tarmac, which makes this journey so much easier. Which means we're nearly there. Just got to get across this small little river that's going past us. Is it called a river? Stream, brook, I don't know what you call that. I suppose it's not really a river, is it? But we're still edging our way forward. Keep going forward. We're nearly there. Once we hit the tarmac, we should fly. This shouldn't be an issue. It hasn't taken us that long either, which I'm pretty impressed with. Okay, we take a right here. Nice turn. Well, you'll see the difference on the tarmac. I'm going to feel the difference immediately. I guarantee it. Look at that. Straight away. Grip straight onto it. Off we go. Perfect. Can't remember what tyres this have. I don't know if this has I don't know if this has mud tyres on or not. I don't think it does. I think probably need to have a look at and see what it has. It may not be. I don't think we're able to do other tyres on this yet, really, to be fair. So imagine this with mud tyres and not road tyres on. It's going to make all the difference. Okay. Oh, bit too quick round the corner there. Nearly came a cropper, but we're okay. Now, this is it coming across the roadblock just ahead of us here. And then we can deliver these service spare parts. I don't quite know why it needs service spare parts to fix this, but that is a job done. And that is the road now open. Admittedly, there's still some rocks on the road, but you know, it's done. Service spare parts, I don't really know what they include, to be fair. Okay, we've recovered the Fleetstar now, as we were nearly out of fuel. There was nothing else really we could do where we were. Tyres, so that we have actually still got the standard road tyres on. I did think we had. So at some point we do want to look at other tyres, but looking at all the different upgrades we can put on the back. We've been talking about this for a little while, and because I think this does struggle with trailers, especially heavy trailers, I think a flatbed is where we need to go. Now, the service spare parts trailer worked fine. Wasn't anywhere near the issues we've had with bricks. But a flatbed here solves the brick issue in a trailer, and then we can finally get wet harvest finished in the next episode. We've been trying to do it from the very start, and we haven't managed to achieve it, but I'm thinking flatbed on, wet harvest completed next episode. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put the flatbed on board. I'm just still looking around at different things we can add. So many different attachments. Flatbed on board, wet harvest, finish in the next episode, and that's when we'll see you next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.